drenched in sweat. I'm like, fuck.
Are you eating just meat and
Fuck, I wish I could just eat in general.
are you eating just meat and vegetables?
Nuts and
Nut.
seeds.
Yeah. Are you doing constantly very functional movement executed at high intensity?
Yeah. Laying on the
Hey,
floor, laying on the couch, laying back in bed.
hey, dude, I'm tripping on two things. Are you you own CrossFit Livermore for people who don't know?
Yeah. If I'm on, should I turn on my mic? I just didn't want to cough into it because it was gonna sound like shit.
No, you could do whatever you want. But hey, David, what's up, dude?
Hey, what's up, man?
I'm tripping that we don't have 3 across. Oh yeah. I'm tripping that can people just pay money to show up at an affiliate gathering and pitch products to affiliates? I saw an email today and I asked someone about it and they go, dude, it's been like that for a long time. So like you could just pay. Oh, I hear an echo. Hold on, maybe that's me. Oh shit, Sousa's dying. You're a cop, you're not a medic?
Breathe. I don't know. Drink some water.
As a police officer, I know some fundamental life-saving procedures. Drink water.
Yeah, that's all I got. Is the echo me? I have my other phone pulled up YouTube. I have the sound down, so I don't think it's me.
Well, whatever it is, it's better now.
Okay, cool.
Oh no, it's there again. Maybe it is your phone.
Hold on.
Okay, thank you.
Try now.
How about no, it's still there. It's weird.
That is weird. Is it me? No.
Oh, no, I'm pretty sure it's David. David, did you pause the video on YouTube?
I got out of it. I turned it off.
Oh yeah, so it is him. That's so weird that it's causing that echo.
Did you?
Maybe it's can you try without your head? Well, let's just go for a little bit, and if it still goes, we'll try without your headphones.
Okay, let me know, and I could always go outside. It might be the office.
It's only when I talk. Oh. Hey, if it starts annoying you guys, let me know. We'll fix it.
Yeah, I could always go outside if I need to.
Is it so? I'm hearing that people can just go, like, you guys have these affiliate gatherings, right? You guys have these people like who represent. Oh, it's bad. It's bad. Maybe, or just take off your earphones, maybe, David. Oh yeah, it was the headset.
Is that better?
Yeah, much better. Thank you.
Okay, I can hear you guys good, so we're good.
Okay, cool.
You can hear me.
Hey, so you have an local affiliate representative, right?
We do. It actually changed recently. I guess it seems like they cut down and it's like a region instead of having one. They like cut down less affiliate reps than they used to have. So it's someone different. They have a bigger area, I guess, now.
And you're CrossFit Oviedo?
Oviedo, yes.
Oviedo. What's that mean?
It's the city.
Okay.
I'm not sure what it means. And we're right next to University of Central Florida and like Disney World. We're near there.
And who's your affiliate rep or your regional rep? Or?
I don't know. It was Shay Tozo, but she was recently relieved of that duty. And I was pretty close to her. I don't know who the new rep is.
So I heard, I saw an email that was like, hey, let me read it to you. It's kind of crazy. I can't even believe this is real. It says, happy Friday, my Southeast affiliate owners. Are you looking to add additional revenue stream to your affiliate? Have you ever tried selling supplements and it did not work, or are interested in selling supplements to your community?
I actually did read that one. I do remember that going by. Not really interested.
How long has this been going on?
I think that's the first time I've seen it. To be honest, I mean, I know they're a good resource, but for us, I mean, I don't pay attention to too many of those.
What's crazy too is it says, as we're joined by Kerry Hare, that's a dude who used to be our building manager over at HQ in Santa Cruz. I mean, I worked with him for over 10 years. We were joined by Kerry Hare from Momentous. I'm guessing that's a supplement company, which is the nutrition and supplement partner with CrossFit. So these people pay money to then get access to affiliates to then sell you shit.
And our only benefit is if we choose to sell their stuff.
And it's not because it makes your community better. It's just to add additional revenue. I'm just tripping on.
That's, yeah.
Does Dawn know that that's a complete shift in the model that Greg programmed you guys to work with, like the excellence model?
Can't imagine so.
Wow. I wonder what, it sounds like content for Hiller.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm all for them helping you. I'm all for them for finding ways to generate revenue. It's just as the sole reason to sell your clients shit,
Yeah.
generate revenue just seems off the mark.
Yeah. I mean, again, like I said, I don't know if this could be a negative, but I haven't found a lot of use out of a lot of those emails for those affiliate rep stuff and the gatherings. It's good to meet and know other people in the area, but I'm not going to sell something they push to us.
The implication is that you should sell anything that makes you money and not under, and yeah, that's the implication.
Yeah.
I wonder if HQ has vetted all of the supplements and vets all the people that come in. I wonder how they do that.
Wonder if any of the supplements would pop an athlete positive too.
I mean, they're basically like, are they bringing wolves to their own? God, it's such a trip.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I scanned and deleted.
welcome to the show, David Attaway, police officer straight out of high school.
Yes.
Can you still do that to this day?
Yes, you can. Yeah, it's well, you have to be 19 where I'm at. So it was about 8 months after I graduated high school. I turned 19 and I actually applied for Home Depot and law enforcement, and Home Depot didn't hire me, so I went with being a police officer. I guess it's a better long term.
Yeah, and probably less crime as a police officer than in a Home Depot.
Probably.
Dude, how crazy. The crime at Home Depots is crazy.
Yeah. I'm lucky to live in a smaller town, so it's pretty good around here, but it's seeing the effect everywhere else is pretty sad.
How old are you, David?
I just turned 39 Wednesday.
And you've been a cop for 18 years.
Almost 20. Yeah.
19 years.
June will be 20.
Crazy. And how long have you owned Oviedo?
I've owned CrossFit Oviedo. This is our 10th year, and I took on a co-owner after 2 years. So I'm now me and my partner run it. We're in our 10th year.
Are you glad you have a partner?
Oh, it was a blessing. It was I herniated the C6 and 7 disc in my neck, went through surgery, was going to quit CrossFit. I opened the gym, just kind of jumped into it with $5,000, opened an affiliate, way over my head as far as business aspect goes, but I know I wanted to help people and spread what CrossFit was, and I was in love with it. And about a year and a half in, he was a 5 a.m. guy. He's like, "Hey, man, do you need some help with this? And you look stressed out. And can I help you with anything?" I was like, "Yeah, you wait a month or two." And he offered again, and I brought him in. He started helping, and before I knew it, I had a partner, and we've been grooving since. It was a blessing.
So you were a cop for basically 9 or 10 years, and then somewhere in there, you decided to open a gym.
Yes, I went to several other affiliates, and I don't think this is egotistical, but I saw the way some of them were running things, and I was like, I think I could do this better, and I think I could do it in a way that Greg would probably like and meant for it to be. And we all need to make money, and it's a business, but I think there's more than just the business with owning a CrossFit affiliate. And so I guess I had just enough oomph to try it myself, and I started in my garage after my surgery. I talked 8 of my friends into giving me $1,000 each, and I built out my garage. So I was, and I was like, "Hey, you guys can come from 2 to 5 and 5 to 4, 4 to 5 in the morning. You just buy this stuff, come anytime you want." That went pretty well. I ended up with like 15 people coming, and I was on Craigslist and saw a little 800 square foot warehouse for rent for $500 a month. And I'm like, I could afford that myself. So if worse comes to worse, I just pay it. And now I'm in 4,000 square feet. It's small to medium CrossFit gym. It's anywhere between 70 and 100 members, depending on the time of the month, So, but it's been a ride. We've gone ups and downs, but I wouldn't have changed it for anything.
Is that your second location or third location? Home, the 800 square feet, and then?
Yeah. So it's funny. Home, then the 800 square foot, and then moved across the street in the same area. The landlord had some fire coding issues with the building. We got told we had to be out in 30 days. So we went back across the street to the 800 square foot, started looking immediately, and then found this place. And we've actually expanded 2 bays over since owning it. It was originally 1 bay, and then we took the neighbors, and then the neighbors left. We took that, and we're hoping to get the whole building once the last neighbor leaves. So that'll be a positive for us.
Yeah, that's crazy. So it's basically your 5th location.
Basically, yeah.
It's like you divorced a woman and went back to her.
Yeah. It was that was a stressful time. And right about after that is when Pat came on, my co-owner, and he's like, "You need help?" I was like, "I do." Yeah, that's it.
And David, how long have you been married?
7 years, and I've got a little 4-year-old girl.
Yeah, congrats. That's awesome, dude.
Oh, it doesn't get any better. That's the only reason I do everything I do and work as many jobs as I do is for those two. So,
hey, I want to go back to high school. When you're in high school, did you want to be a cop, and why did you want to be a cop?
No, not at all. I wanted to be an NBA star. Of course.
Oh yeah, how tall are you? How tall are you?
I'm 6'4". I was tall then,
Okay, yeah.
And then halfway through high school, I realized I didn't want to play basketball anymore. So I started just doing all the extracurriculars, having fun, played volleyball.
How did you realize that? Why not? Too hard work, or girls, or you lost focus? Do you wish someone would have kept you on track, or what happened?
No, I mean, I had a dad, but he wasn't in my life. So it was just mom working a bunch of jobs, and it's just, a teenage boy trying to figure out his life. And if I was then the way I am now, I could have been whatever I wanted in the world. I just had everybody tell me to, and that's not an excuse. And I coach a bunch of high school athletes as well. Not an excuse. That's on me. But I definitely think if there was a father figure around, it would have been a different start, but still wouldn't change it. I had no idea what I wanted to do in high school. I was the guy checking the GPA to see if I'd be eligible for next week's game. So school wasn't really my thing either. I just like to play sports and have fun with friends. And that's one of the athletes I coach.
So this is a high school kid that you are now coaching.
No, she actually is in college there now. So she went on and got a scholarship to lift at Lindenwood University. And I coached her in high school.
Crazy. You must be so proud.
Oh, you have no idea. She's starting her 2nd year now. It's one of the most fulfilling jobs is working at the high school. So I'm the school resource deputy at the high school, but I'm also the weightlifting coach. I coach flag football, and I'm an assistant athletic director at the school as well.
Hey, so, I know we have like 5 stories open. Let me keep drilling down, and let me keep drilling down on this one. So you say that if you knew now, I want to keep going with the high school thing and figure out what happened for kids who do get derailed, because it sounds like you uncovered a diamond there. So you're in high school, you want to be a pro basketball player, you change your mind around your sophomore, junior year, but you're saying if you knew what you knew now, you would have known that you could be anything you wanted to be. What did you eventually figure out?
So I really didn't figure out till I got hired at the sheriff's office, and I started to get some peers and, some people I respected, and I learned how to be a man there. So when you get hired at the sheriff's office, I started at the jail. So at 19 years old, at 150 pounds, I was working a max security in a jail.
6'4", you were a sheet of paper.
Like this, yep.
Yeah, a noodle.
If they blew, I would fall over. So their sneeze would knock me over. Yeah. But working for the police department, the sheriff's office is what raised me for the most part. And I had some other guys and some bosses that really kind of developed me into who I was and showed me I could be whatever I wanted to be. And one of my partners was a power lifter, and he's like, "We're going to start lifting weights. You're going to stop. You're going to eat. You're not going to go to the bathroom, and you're going to lift weights, and you're going to get big." And I was like, "All right." So
I never heard not go to the bathroom. I like that. That's a fucking secret sauce.
They said, "Cork it, bro. Cork it and eat and lift." I'm like, "All right, let's go."
Hey, did they know? Do you think that they knew that they were mentoring you? Did they?
I don't think so.
Yeah, isn't that amazing? Those are the best mentors. They don't even fucking know, and they're just. How they carried themselves, what they said. How did they impart their information onto you?
Well, it was one, getting me in the weight room for the first time, and then just the way they were. I just watched. I like to watch and learn. So just seeing how they were, how they respected people in a jail. You're working with not necessarily the best clients, and they would show respect, but they did hard work. They did their job. They didn't slack on anything, and I just kind of followed the lead. So, which I guess is lucky, because if you had a different person that didn't do that, I'd follow that lead as well. So I was very fortunate to have good people in my life that helped me develop into what I am now. And it hasn't stopped. I started the school 10 years ago, and same thing. I started learning different aspects of doing your job and being organized and how to run events and how to do things, and don't slack and don't complain, and call out your biggest thing is I've learned how to call out my friends if they're slacking, keep the accountability for everybody around me. So, I mean, if your friend won't tell you you're slacking, they're not your friend. So
That's a special skill to be able to do that.
oh yeah, I work with someone that does that very well. She will look at you dead in your face and go, "You should have been over there." It doesn't matter, you know. So it's just, I've been fortunate in my life to have, because family, I moved out my junior year of high school, lived in an apartment. So I've never really had family as an influence in my life after sophomore year. So it's just, I've been very fortunate to find the right people to show me how to be.
And you know, it's interesting. I'm not sure what Blade's referring to out there, but he's saying that could have gone south. Glad he learned from hard chargers. And I guess what he's saying is when you're a young man and you're open to being influenced, if you would have met the wrong crowd, you could have been misdirected.
Absolutely. Especially in that line of work, you can get the wrong crowd. And I'm not talking the extreme where they're doing illegal things, but there's lazy and there's not lazy. So I was very fortunate. Hard charging for sure. I know Blade knows. So it just, I was very fortunate in my life to every step of life that I went to was a good person to learn from. That's 150 pounds.
So so when you graduate from high school, how does being a cop pop on your radar at the same time as a Home Depot job?
So my uncle worked a drug rehab program in the jail locally, and I was working at a Walgreens and put in for Home Depot, and he's like, "Hey, David, listen, they pay $25,000 a year, you get insurance, and you have a retirement." And then, you know, in 2004, that was So I put in for it and found out I was physically capable, and I guess I had enough of a good person to pass all the polygraphs and everything else, and I could pass the drug test, and they gave me a shot. So I feel very fortunate.
And then you go to a police academy?
Yes, I actually went to two. So I went to the Corrections Academy, and then after a year, I enjoyed, and I met some great people there, but I knew patrol was probably where I wanted to be.
That'll rot your soul, right? Eventually, like you can't, if you stay in the prisons forever, it will break you.
It can. It depends on who you are. We have some people that have been there for 35 years and they're still
wow.
I know. Oh yeah. Yeah.
God, I just can't imagine that being good to be around locked up humans.
You learn a lot though. They're not all bad. And even
I agree. I just mean the idea of locking a human being up is a very
well, and you're locked up.
Right.
You're locked. You have your hallway with your people you're over, and you have your office. You sit there for 12 hours. So yeah, it's the organization I work for too, from the bottom down, is just rock star too. So, you know, if you lead correctly, and there's things, and our sheriff started in the jail too.
Okay.
So the boss has been there. But yes, it was good. So when I decided I want to leave, they have what's called a crossover academy. So you can go to be a deputy sheriff as well, not just a detention deputy. So I went to two academies.
And then, so when you're at the Correctional Institute, do you go to the new academy simultaneously?
Yes, I did. I actually
it's 80-hour-a-week shit.
Yeah, I would work 6 at night till 6 in the morning, take a nap in the car till 8 in the morning, and go to class till 5, and then take a nap in the other parking lot and then go back to work.
Dang. And how long was the second academy, the sheriff's academy?
6 months.
And then so you finish that and you become a sheriff for what county?
I'm in Seminole County.
And are you still a sheriff there?
I am.
No shit. You've been with the same group that long.
Yeah. So in the state of Florida, I'm sure it's probably the same in California, but we have Florida retirement system. So if you stay in a sheriff's office, you'll be in that FRS. And I always say I'll never be homeless if I retire.
Yeah.
I'll at least have $60K a year coming my way regardless. So I could always live in a box. And I got lucky again. Like I said before, every step of my life, I was guided. I don't know how, but I was guided and I got the right one. So still there, but I've worked in corrections. I've worked in a courthouse. I've worked on patrol. I now work at a high school. So it's lots of jobs to do.
So you go from the jail to street patrol, and then how does the option for high school pop up, and why did you take that?
Well,
You actually go to when you suit up and then go to a high school every morning?
yeah, yep.
Oh,
It's fantastic. It's like the loophole, the secret nobody knows about. So actually I herniated my neck, went down for 3 months until I could get surgery and all that.
how did you do that again?
Several things. One was I was working out on a bench press and I felt something pop, and they said it was like a slight herniation. And 6 months later, I was being vague. I was on a bicycle working and went over the handlebars and finished off the other side.
Okay.
Doing some stuff. And
Because
then
you don't normally hear about it up here in our community. You don't usually hear about neck stuff.
no, so it had nothing to do with CrossFit.
Okay.
The initial was when I was doing jujitsu. I did jujitsu for 10 years.
Okay.
And I was just doing, normal bro workouts, and it's just lots of guillotines and neck cranks, and I think it just kind of went. And then, so while I was doing my surgery, I did a proposal to bring CrossFit to my agency because I was sitting in an office all day just doing paperwork. So I put this whole proposal together, proposed it, and ended up, they went another way, which is cool. No hard feelings. And I'm sitting in my hospital bed after my surgery, and I'm looking at this proposal. I'm like, well, shit, I could just do it myself. I could do like my own gym. Here's the template that I've created. And that's when I did the garage deal, and then it kind of just escalated into now I have a gym. So I kind of live in the moment my whole life. I plan, but it's pretty much just where I'm at, and that felt right at the time, so I did it.
Those original investors, are they still members at your gym?
A couple of them are, but not the original. But they still talk to me all the time and reach out and tell me congratulations, and I tell them, hey, anytime you want to come. So,
yeah, you got a lifetime membership. Come on in.
Yeah, it's amazing that basically started with a couple $1,000s, and that's still no debt. Never been in debt. I reinvest.
I'm going to come back to the high school thing in just a second. I want to ask you a question about how did you meet your wife?
At the gym.
At the CrossFit gym?
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
shit, that's amazing. So can you give me more detail? You're training there one day and she walks in and you're like, "Hey girl, what's up? You want to take a class?"
Yeah, there she is. Yeah, no. So she actually came in with a couple of her friends, and she's super introverted, and so she got some friends to come, and she was there for a couple months, and she was dating and I was dating, and I don't know what happened, but someone just so I was talking to her about it was her birthday. And I'm like, what are you doing for your birthday? You gonna go have some drinks? She goes, no, I think I'm just gonna relax. I'm like, oh, well, I'll just take you somewhere. And she's like, well, yeah, this was this, guy at the gym, I don't really know. And I got a message from her on a Sunday, and she goes, hey, stupid, I got tickets to Orlando City soccer. I'm gonna pick you up. And I was like, all right.
Wow.
She picks me up, and she tells me she'll kill me, but she basically says when we get there, don't be blocking me if any cute guys are trying to talk to me at the game.
Wow.
Wow. I was like, and she's like, I was joking. I was into you. Then, she tells me later, but then I was like, oh, well, damn. All right.
That's good shit.
I'm crushed. I was like, I guess I'm all right. I got a sidekick here. All right. And then by the end of the night, the rest is history. We have not been away from each other a day since.
How fun. How cool, dude.
Yeah, we got married in 3 months.
No shit.
Mm-hmm. It's
wow.
Fun.
You approve of that? I don't approve of that. That's too soon. He gave it one of these.
Yeah, he's like, well, I've done things the right way my whole life, and the norm, and she kind of did too. And once we met each other, we're like, I think one day.
What did her parents say?
They're cool about it.
They were cool with the 3 months. I mean, obviously now it's awesome. You guys, I mean, you blessed your whole tribe with the daughter. But if some chick wants to marry my son after 3 months, I'm like, dude, are you fucking nuts? Something's wrong with this girl.
Yeah, they probably thought we were crazy, but they were super supportive. But it was just we got 5 of our friends. We jumped in a car. We drove up to Nashville. We got a marriage certificate. We got married, went down Broadway after, and just had the time of our lives.
God, you're a big dude, man. What do you weigh now?
Between 210 and 220.
Yeah, you are a fucking big man. You like being that heavy?
So now I'm trying to be a good CrossFitter, I guess, and I'm hanging around 208 to 210, and gymnastics feels a lot better, obviously, and my strength is holding on. So it depends what I'm doing or what stage I'm at in the year.
Yeah. Go back to the high school thing. So you're a cop for 9 years, and then this thing pops up like, hey, you could work at a high school.
Yeah.
I would just think that you're there just like searching people's lockers and shit.
No, well, so so this was before the Stoneman Douglas shooting happened. I don't know if you know about that. So that was a major school shooting, very, very bad. Lots of people died.
In Florida?
Yeah, yeah. And that was before this happened. This was back when we had one deputy at every school. So I was just working at a high school, and the biggest thing our agency pushed is you got to kind of become family with the admin and get to know the people and be in the community. Don't just be the cop there.
Yeah.
I kind of took that to heart, and that's why I pushed and started coaching and started getting some jobs there. So I'm employed by both. And then Stoneman Douglas happened, and we were already ahead of the game. We were already on campus. We added another deputy. There's 2 of us there. And it's way more about developing relationships and being a positive role model than it is just arresting people.
Did anyone try to stop you from having the 2 jobs, or like, no, that you can't do that?
No, they loved it because it's
that's cool.
Yeah, that's what they push. I was fortunate. Yeah. So because you actually have to apply for other jobs, like you have to request permission. And so I did for all of them, and they're like, absolutely. So
flag football coach and what'd you call it? School resource counselor?
I'm a school resource deputy. That's just the cop at the school. And then I'm an assistant athletic director. So my boss is over all of athletics, and then the weightlifting coach as well.
When I was in high school, as a boy, like I didn't think.
Yeah.
So like if I just wanted to drink at school, I would just bring a bottle of Jägermeister, or if I just wanted to sell weed, I would just bag the weed up and come to school. Like I didn't think. I wasn't like, these are the consequences. I didn't think this is bad. I didn't think. And that's just the way boys are. If you don't keep them busy, they will, especially the entrepreneurs, they're just going to they're going to want to do what they want to do. I'm guessing that that's just rampant in school, that there's just really talented boys who don't have direction.
Mm-hmm.
And you just see them it being expressed in impulse.
The stuff we see, I'm like, do you realize you could run a Fortune 500 company if you just weren't an idiot? And I'd like to think we all have a lot of impact on those kids we try. I've had a very, very good high school. Like,
oh, you are?
Yeah, they're. Yeah.
And by good, you mean they have both their parents at home?
The lots. Top scores, great athletics, great staff. So I'm very fortunate. It's not like gangs running around our schools and such, but even worse than all that is social media. So if you and I'm sure if we were in high school when social media was around.
Oh my God.
It'd be so bad. And it's.
Oh my God.
Like, so back in the day, when 2 boys hate each other, you go fight, and then you're now they fight, and then they talk shit about each other every day forever, and it just gets worse and worse.
Oh, on social media.
Mm-hmm. Can't get away from it. That's why there's so many issues with mental health and stuff when it comes to those age groups. You can't go home and just be at home, and they can't call you on the hard line, So
yeah,
and you just can't get away from it.
What about people sending nudes? Kids sending nudes. I can't imagine giving kids cameras where you can send pictures around. I just can't even fucking, like, my boys I would never. I think it's almost abusive to put that power in a boy's hand as a parent.
But it's funny. I always tell
boys are, because of just by nature what we are.
Well, I use what you say all the time when I tell people, I'm like, boys are different.
Yeah.
Like you said before, girls aren't in the park grabbing guys and pulling them in the bushes. So it's
right.
Like, and when you give that power and the immature status, the maturity level is just so
zero. I barely have maturity now. I have to fake it.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
So, and that, like you said, that power they get through those phones and and kids don't go to school anymore either. So like you have 7 periods in a day. The majority of our kids go like 3, and then they'll have like virtual classes and college classes and OJT,
off campus shit,
everything. Yeah, on and off all day long. So it's like, and I'm like you, we homeschool our daughter, and we probably will forever.
Yeah.
But if you are going to do public school, there was something to having standards that you had to follow. And like early in the morning and having to stay all day and having to do what you're told. And when a substitute's at school, you still went to school and you sat in the class. Now 500 people will call out because they're subs and we're not doing anything. I'm just going to go home. So there's no like rules anymore. And I always say those small rules matter. The little things, the dress codes, the stuff like that.
The dress code. There's a high school and a junior high on my street that I drive by every day.
Mm-hmm.
I literally have to avert my eyes.
Yeah, it's bad.
I cannot fucking believe what I see.
Yeah, it's tough. I have a little girl and she'll be at home.
And if you had a boy, why would you send your boy to work in that environment? Outside, I'm not projecting any morals or anything onto it. I'm
Mhm.
not saying like what's appropriate. I'm just saying that as a boy, you have enough trouble focusing. And if the girls are coming dressed to school in bathing suits,
Yeah. It's-
um, do you remember that fad? I don't see it anymore. It was like 5 or 6 years ago, but girls' shorts were made to look like lingerie.
yeah. Yeah.
What the fuck was that?
I don't know. And I pray, which we know is not the deal, but I pray that it's just the parents don't see it, but they do.
Right.
That's the worst part. It's like your parents watched you walk out of the house.
Greg Glassman, one time we were talking about dress codes, and I'm like, yeah, dress codes are fucking stupid for kids. And he goes, nah, let me explain it to you. And I go, okay. He goes, kids are going to push back wherever they can.
Mhm.
They don't care. They just want to push back.
Yep.
So what you do is you set a dress code, and then you make it so the skirts have to be below the knee. And so the whole entire battle is whether the skirt's too high or too low.
Yep.
You make the boys have to wear cords that are black, and now they're trying to get away with wearing dark blue.
Mhm.
Because if you don't have that, the fight becomes, can you have a revolver or a fucking Glock at school?
Yeah, it makes it
He's like,
tough.
set the bar somewhere. They'll still be happy they can fight with you, but set it somewhere you can control it. And I was like, oh shit.
Yeah. The foundational rules. It's
Yeah.
just society. The small things matter. Like we just
Yeah.
get speeding. Oh, go for it. Just drive 100 miles an hour. Then they're going to rob a bank. Then they're going to shoot someone. Then they say, you got,
Yeah.
it's,
We're there. We're there, by the way.
yes, you are. Yes.
We're there.
Yeah, we are. But it's,
So, I had a talk with Sousa last night, and he was like telling me that with the massive, and he was just telling me that he basically buys the same thing at Costco every single like week or month or whatever. And he said basically in a nutshell, he said, yeah, he said 2 months ago it was $150 for this stuff, and now it's $231. And he goes, it's crazy inflation.
Yeah.
And so he's like, so basically with the inflation, the price of everything's going up. And he says, as the price of stuff goes up, the have-nots will start to steal.
yes.
And then I said, oh, that's interesting. And then I was like, but at the same time that we're not even enforcing stealing. He goes, correct. He goes, but hold on. I'm like, yeah. He goes, eventually the middle class. He told me this story. He said he was in a fucking nice like Safeway or Whole Foods the other day. He says this fucking just normal looking fucking Indian guy just walks out with a bag of groceries and steals them, and no one stops him. He's like, it's happening, dude. He's like, the have-nots start stealing. We don't stop them. Then the middle class who's getting pinched by having to deal with inflation eventually is like, fuck you, I ain't paying either.
Yeah. I certainly don't feel like there's a middle class anymore, as I think I used to be in it, but now I
Yeah.
have 5 jobs and work overtime every day just to do what I was doing before. So
So you're a high school teacher, you're a cop, and you're a entrepreneur, gym owner.
yeah, entrepreneur, coach, athletic director.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And then overtime. And that's just to do what I was doing a year ago, 2 years ago. Well, let's see, 2.5 years ago.
Yeah. And I bet you, David, that you feel you probably also feel fortunate and thankful.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at least everything I'm doing, I love doing.
Yeah.
And again, I didn't plan that.
It's obvious you're thankful for how hard you get to work.
Oh yeah. And I'm surrounded by good people. And like, same for you, the people that make it really easy.
Right. So eventually you're 5 years away from kind of having a decision to make.
Oh,
6
no.
years.
It's set 5 years, 7 months, 10 days, 14 hours, something like that.
You'll retire from being a police officer.
Yes. So you can do.
Hey, dude, you'll be young enough to become a cop somewhere else and get another 20-year pension and do 2 pensions.
So yeah, it couldn't be in FRS though. So my thinking is retire, get a job as a security guard or I don't know, work at a 7-Eleven with medical insurance, supplement it with what I'm already making, run the affiliate. So we'll see. But if you can't give up, to retire at 44 years old.
Right.
So with a full retirement.
Yeah, that's awesome. And who knows what other opportunities. I mean, there's opportunities around every single corner, right?
Oh yeah. Yep. And coaching I love coaching. I don't think I see myself leaving the school. There's some sort of capacity there. I would stay.
Does your wife work?
Yeah, she works on the weekends, so she could stay home and watch our kid.
That's awesome. What'd she do?
She's a respiratory therapist.
Oh, no shit. How long has she been doing that? Did she do that through this fucking weird thing we went through?
Yes. Yeah.
Wow.
She's over 10 years now.
Wow.
It got a little squirrely here, but obviously, you know, Florida did pretty well through the whole thing. So,
Yeah.
I mean, she's still, yeah, but it's good. It was interesting, but she's a savage. She pushes through it.
What's her take on it? Was she freaked out at the beginning and then she came to her senses, or what was her take on it from the beginning, from like December of 2019?
We were pretty much just living our life normal and doing whatever we usually do. There was nothing. No.
Wasn't her community freaking out?
Yeah, I think everybody was, but we're pretty sensible.
Yeah.
Know, without saying
much. And did your jobs try to get you to do things that you didn't want to do?
No.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, no.
Because I got friends who are cops who are like, they're the only dudes who didn't do it.
Yeah.
And like it got weird.
Yeah.
It got weird for them.
There's some other counties that had some issues like that, but we were fine. Yeah, it was.
Man,
I never.
What were you gonna say?
I never even got asked. Which was
no
good.
Shit, dude, that's amazing.
And we have our governor really covered us too.
That's the DeSantis dude.
Yeah, he supports us really well. So everybody has opinions on the next level for him, but my last couple of years of living here, because of him, were way better.
Where were you born?
In Oviedo.
You were okay. Wow.
Yeah, born and raised around here.
God, how many people live in Oviedo?
I actually looked up. I knew you were gonna ask that. It's right around 40,000.
Crazy. But
we're right next to Orlando, so I mean, which is larger.
Fergie Show, Mr. Attaway are you benefiting from all the people moving to Orlando? I guess that means your CrossFit gym.
Yeah. So it's funny. Most of our new clients are from Venezuela.
Okay.
Yeah. So a large group are from Venezuela. Yeah. And it's cool because they're very like-minded with us, because
they don't want that socialism shit.
Yeah, they've been through it.
They've been through it.
It's some of the best people that I've ever met. And when you talk about hard work and pushing through and not letting bullshit push you around, what they've gone through is just hopefully not 5 years away here, but it's been bad.
And they're family oriented.
Yes. Oh yeah. Yes. 100%.
Extended family, the whole thing.
They come here, they work. I've had a few work for me and still do. And they come, live in a house, try to get the next one over, try to make money to get the next one over until they can get their whole family safe. And the status and what we're used to here and what cars we have and what we look like and our, do we have an iPhone or an Android? They're just surviving, getting out of a bad situation, and they work hard as hell.
There's a guy in Florida that we had on the show. He's the only person that I've ever heard apologize to Greg.
Really?
And he's an affiliate owner.
Did he
what? Say it again?
Did he opt out or whatever, or put the screen up and say I'm leaving?
Yeah, I don't know if it was that bad, but he basically was like he was really disappointed in 2020 when he got swept up in it. And I had him on here for the affiliate series. He's an awesome dude. And I was so impressed because there's probably 10,000 people out there that need to apologize. They need to be like, oh my God, I am just straight up, I'm a fucking idiot. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
And this guy came on my show and fucking apologized. Hey, I'm so sorry. I got Greg's back. Fucking
good for him. I heard you tell the story the other day. That's good for him.
Who was that guy? And I think he's Venezuelan. He's definitely something South American. Handsome, strong accent.
Okay. God. I'll have to look back. I can't remember who that was. I feel like I saw that show. I watch most of your shows.
Maybe I'm gonna scroll. I'm way behind in the comments. Let me see. Someone will say in the comments. Jedediah Snelson, do you have any adaptive athletes, or am I thinking of another box in that area?
I actually don't. I've always thought it'd be really cool, but I've never had one walk through the door.
You don't have any dwarfs?
No, I did have one gentleman who it was like a paralyzed shorter arm, and we worked with him for a while. But he and his wife moved. But other than that, no dwarfs.
This guy's a stud. Yeah, Carlos. Oh, from Life. Yeah, I still wear that shirt, the blue shirt.
Oh, okay. I wonder where that
Yeah,
is.
this dude's cool. Is he Venezuelan? Carlos Mejeas. What a stud. But basically put his whole life into opening a CrossFit gym. Like, you know, yeah.
That takes those guys. You got to do it right. That's for sure.
So what ends up, so you start the gym in your garage small, probably the way Greg would say to start it. And then it grows and grows. And now you're a 10-year affiliate and you have a partner. And what would you say is the reason you do it the day to day?
I mean, obviously, a lot of it, everybody has that selfish factor. You have your place to work out and you love CrossFit. But number one, I love to coach people. I love coaching. I don't get to coach as much as I used to because of how much I have to work. But coaching people and then giving everybody else, really, it's just giving everybody else the opportunity to have a place that has the same mindset as I do. Providing a good place for them to work out, positive, teaching new things, and really just having a CrossFit gym for people. We only have 2 in the area. And, for 50,000 people, that's, we're fine. We split. But I just love CrossFit. I love to support it. And another thing I hear a lot where people say the games don't matter for their CrossFit gyms or what the CrossFit Games does. It's funny because here, everyone loves the Open. Everybody watches the games. It's like ESPN. Like, nobody cares about football or basketball. It's who won Rogue and who won the Open and who won this and who won that. So we don't have any, like, games athletes, but we have lots of people that compete. And so I'm a very competitive guy, and it's cool to provide a place for that where they can come. We've got a bunch of masters athletes that go win a bunch of local comps, and it's just I drink the Kool-Aid every day, and I hope it never changes. I want to be 75 years old still doing ring muscle ups. That's the goal.
Your gym has a very OG feel to the Instagram account. It's dogs and babies and American flags and CrossFit game stuff.
Yeah, that's it. No boot camps, no yoga, no. And I don't hate on any of that because a business is a business. And
right.
I liken it to my garage still. So we get the new equipment we need. We just got a new wall rig. That Rogue rig is new, but I want it to be, the OG guys you see, if they ever walked in, I'd want them to go, damn, this place is cool, And so it's good. We like it. It fits our people.
Yeah, I'm looking at this picture. I got of this. This was as I quickly scrolled through your Instagram, this was like the thing that stood out to me the most. The dog.
Yeah, we had dogs and babies.
Yeah, dogs and babies.
We have a lady brings her little gate and has her 2-year-old run around in it while she does her WOD at 4:00, and then lots of dogs. But that pretty much sums us up there.
Hey, did you how did you handle were the closures hard on you? How long did you close for?
I hate to tell people this, but yeah, no, it was not hard. We had to close for 8 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
He shut it down, and then DeSantis got it open as quick as he could. And we didn't. So working in law enforcement in the area where I own my gym, I wasn't going to be the guy that was like, "You're going to arrest me before I close." Obviously,
sure.
But we waited till the last minute. I had all my members come in. I let everybody take a piece of equipment. My gym was completely empty, even the floor mats, aside from the rig. Everybody took equipment home. I did Zoom classes a couple days a week. A couple other my coaches hosted some from their house, and I gave them stuff. We got all the PPP loans to pay all our coaches the whole time and pay our rent.
Mm-hmm.
So we never fell behind. I think my co-owner would kill me. I don't know this. I want to believe 80% of my members kept paying. They want.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So we actually put us in a really good place. So when we reopened our gym, we were able to purchase some new equipment. We got a bunch of Echo bikes and stuff. So we were able to, as kind of a way to thank them. We obviously, my co-owner and I don't take a salary for our gym. We just reinvest, and we both have jobs, and we do our thing.
What's he do?
He used to be in the military, and now he's a defense contractor. He's in charge of like Apache and helicopter simulators all over the world. So yeah, so we make our own jobs, and we love to do it. And he's the same way, man. He's just all in, loves it. He works 14, 15 hours a week. I try to do, between 8 and 10 on what I could do. And we just love to do it. And,
Do you have a full-time head coach?
no, actually we don't. So him and I, both coach. I've got 5 coaches that go for membership. And then I've got 3 other kind of main coaches that pick up a good chunk of the hours. But I'm very lucky. Everybody's really good, and everybody kind of falls into their slots, and all the hours get filled. And we've been hosting the L1s lately. So we get these fresh, new, excited people that come in, and we show them how we do things and teach them. And then they just grab up hours, and they just love to do it. They're like, you don't have to pay us. And we're like, we're paying you, relax. So it's just, they're awesome. I have a really good group.
How did you get to host an L1? What a cool thing.
Yeah, so my co-owner does all that. He just applied for it, and we want to do more. But so we are old school. We don't have AC, no central air, and it is Florida. So we're in that like August to January phase where we're kind of eligible to host it. But he puts in for it, and we've done 2. First one was okay. There was some things that kind of were here and there, and then the second one was much better. And it was just.
When you say okay, you mean on your part? You wish you would have done better for HQ, not that they fucked up.
Nah, I guess it wasn't what I remembered.
Oh, you sat through it. You sat through it.
I in my office, a little around. I have cameras there, obviously, and but it was good. It all ended up well. The next one was really good. And it was cool to be able to. That was probably one of the like peaks of owning a CrossFit gym, is getting to share and let other people come to my gym and learn and get their L1 was pretty cool.
I don't want to put you on the spot, because I know you don't want to badmouth them, but when you say, tell me, but you're saying that when you went to your L1, I'm guessing magic.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like that for me too. It was like literally magic. It was like, holy shit. Actually, the first 10 I went to, I couldn't fucking believe what I was hearing.
And I did at my L1.
Yeah. So what didn't you like about, can you say what was disappointed you? Was it not as hype? You don't think they disseminated the culture? You don't like, has it been watered down? Like what?
I wouldn't say that. I think it was more for me, my communication with them. I think the people that went experienced the same.
The magic. Okay, good.
Yeah, no, nothing. I mean, I had 3 members go, and they're still smiling, and that was a year ago. So it was still, but it was good. And then when you host something, you're working together, so you got to mold and work together. And then we got it. I think we're pretty set now, and we put in for everything: specialty courses, L2s, L1s, whatever. We'll host whatever.
I don't think people. This doesn't get said enough, and if I, with zero humility, matter of fact, I don't think I've heard anyone say it besides me. But when you have a CrossFit gym in your community, an affiliate in your community, the repercussions and the ripples from it are immeasurable. And it's really, it's like when people were donating money to causes, I was like, why don't you just give money to your local affiliate? Yeah. They all, and people were like, why would we do that? It's a business. What do you mean? It's like tipping the guy. First of all, they barely make it by. Like you said, you don't take any money. You tip the guy. If you pull up to a hotel and the guy runs over and opens your door and lets your wife out, and then the next thing he does is hand your kid like a teddy bear or something, welcome to the fucking Four Seasons, you're stoked. Yeah. And you tip that guy big. Why wouldn't you, if you have if you want to raise money, why wouldn't you raise money for your local CrossFit gym? Instead of so that they could buy new equipment? Because what that's going to do is that's going to make everyone in your community healthier. And what does that mean? Those people are going to require less resources from your community. Matter of fact, they're going to become contributors instead of takers. It's crazy the power that these gyms have in terms of everything: mindset, physicality, the way people carry themselves, the happiness, the lack of the resources they don't take from hospitals, just all that shit.
Yep. You're not sick. You're not issues. You're not obese. You don't have no injuries. No, it's just.
You're nicer to people. Like if you just leave your CrossFit gym and you just got done doing Fran and you pull up to a fucking Safeway and someone takes your parking spot, you don't give a shit.
You're like, no problem. I can't walk.
Yeah. You're high as a fucking kite.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You go to pull out a shopping cart at the store and someone grabs it ahead of you. You're like, no problem, go ahead. I mean, you're so confident. You're so in yourself.
yes, and that's the biggest thing I try to tell the high school kids. Confidence. There's no drug better than confidence. There's nothing.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, you basically feel like you're conquering the world in your CrossFit gym, right? The stuff we do is insane. So when you go out, like you said, you go out in the real world, you're like, okay, whatever. I got it. I got confidence. I could do anything.
Yeah.
So,
Tom, I think this is a question for you. Is Patrick, is this your partner, Patrick Trevino?
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, cool.
He said, we're the head coaches. He's probably right.
What's up, Patrick? Hi. I think this is Tom. I hope it's a great affiliate, but man, people who do it for free make it impossible for others to make a living doing it.
Well, I think some don't provide the same service. Like if they don't take a pay and they discount everything they do because they don't take a pay, then yes, it could slight, but we give the same service and the same opportunities as everyone else would be my guess.
Well, and you're not doing it for free I think what you're saying, Tom, is this. He could shut the doors down and walk away.
Yeah.
And it'd be no sweat off his back, just more free time that he could spend with his daughter.
Mm-hmm.
But he's still charging his members, and his members are subsidizing keeping the doors open, paying the electricity, the internet, the equipment, the toilet paper, the water machine, all that shit. The keeping the parking lot clean, shit like that. It's not that he's not giving it away for free. He's basically the guy who just collects the money and keeps the lights on. He's doing that for free.
I get out what I need from it, what it does for me, and what coaching and I work out really hard. Like you would think I'm trying to be a games athlete as hard as I work out and the crew I work out with. That's my payment. That's what I need. That's my fulfillment. And I can see where he's coming from. I can imagine people probably think like I don't give a shit factor comes in because I don't get paid, and we never feel that. I would be devastated if I had to close this place and didn't make it. And I scratch for every penny to keep it open and do what I got to do.
Right.
So, but I get what he's saying. I can imagine if you're, someone just gave you $1 million, you open a gym and you just have it as a toy shed for yourself and you care. But we work very hard to keep it going and doing what we can.
Are you friends with the other gym?
I try to be.
Yeah.
But it's kind of different. I don't know how it is around there, but people get, I don't know, they get territorial here.
Sure.
Like I'm really close with the guys that are 45 minutes away. Like, I've competed with a bunch of them. If they were watching here, they'd probably comment and say some nice things, but I try. I have no hard feelings for anyone. I've gone to one of them. I went there as an affiliate, and I left and was gone. And we don't do any really advertising. We did Groupon a little bit, and we post things here and there, but it's all just they just flow in, they come, people tell other people about it. We don't go hunting members. So, but it's very territorial around here.
Are you the only two coaches, you and Patrick?
No. L1s. We're L2s, and we've got 9 coaches that are, and then a lot of them do it for, some of them trade membership for coaching, and we pay a few. But yeah, we've got a lot of coaches.
Oh, okay. So people are getting paid to coach there.
Yes. No, yeah. I have,
okay.
We have, 3 or 4 we pay.
Okay.
Others that trade for membership.
Awesome.
Yeah. So that helps out a lot, and we work a good amount.
I had someone tell me yesterday. God, what was the story? There was a coach there. And do you like your coaches? Will you talk to your coaches if they're being as Taylor Self says, slapdicks? If they're fucking off, will you talk to them?
Yeah,
like, hey, dude, you can't be sitting on a box on your phone. Like, get up there and coach some shit.
So I like to approach it kind of like if you're coaching a class and someone's doing something wrong, you explain the right way to do it. That'll fix them, but everybody else can hear it. I try to start that way. And then, I'll talk to them and say, hey, dude, you got to make sure you lock the door. The younger ones. So I've had 2 people I coached in high school that now have coached for me. I'll tell them, hey, get off your phone and go talk. Like, let's go.
Yeah.
Do your job. Yeah, and it's not to be mean. I'm trying to teach them.
Of course.
100%. Like I said before, if your friends don't tell you you're doing wrong, then you don't have friends.
No one's paying for a membership somewhere so that you can be on your phone.
Yeah, no bueno. unless it's taking a clip for social media for the gym.
Right, exactly. Do you ever think that you would do you ever think when your affiliate fees are due that you want to stop paying them? Or is it easy to pay them?
Financially, it can make it hard sometimes, but it hasn't yet. We
You
definitely,
mean because you're running it, you're breaking even, and then all of a sudden a $3,000 bill comes in?
yeah, and then hearing that it's going to go up, and like you, I mean, I watch y'all shows, and
Yeah.
like you guys point out, it's not exactly the same. However, even with Greg and Dave and you guys all running the show, I ran the affiliate the same way as it didn't really affect me when you guys left. It just bummed me out because I'm a fan.
Yeah.
And I've never gotten anything from headquarters. They've never like helped me pay a bill. They've never sent me a member ever. So I'd have a really hard time. It's amazing what the word CrossFit means. You know what I mean? Like I'd have a hard time taking that off and rebranding. But I'm not gonna lie. We talk about it every year. We do our finances and we assess and we see what we can do better and what where we're at financially. But it would be a cold day in hell before we changed our name, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I wonder what you think about this. So this is they hired this guy, this new affiliate director, right?
Oh yeah.
And before they had this big, beautiful fucking black dude as the affiliate director, who was like a 10-year CrossFitter, right? Strong, smile, went to CrossFit gyms, Gary Gaines. When I think, and then they had Austin Malleolo as the interim affiliate director. When I think of the affiliate director from where I stand, the affiliate director is just a cashier. What they do is that they go out into the community and they collect all the money from everyone and they bring it back to the mothership. And that's what they do. And they do it with a smile on their face. Oh, you're a little late. Oh, your gym closed, or you need help changing your name. And it should be, but this guy, Gary, to me was like the ideal affiliate director. Big, beautiful, strong, and he made you feel confident. Like 100%. while you're working here, he's got it. And he drinks the Kool-Aid, and maybe every weekend he goes to a different gym and works out around the country. You give him like 4 weekends off, and that's it. That's all he does. So you feel like there's some like fucking stud, right?
Yeah, 100%. Representing us.
But who actually should be representing the affiliates and taking care of them is the media team and the CEO's office. And the CEO's office is like imparting the vision and just keeps reiterating the message that Greg the philosophy.
Yeah.
And the media goes and visits these gyms and shows examples of it.
Yes.
But the affiliate director should just be a cashier. Thank you
for your money.
Here's your receipt. Thank you. And smiles. It makes you feel like like it's a well-dressed like I like this Gary dude just because he's a stud. Like I want to give my money to a stud.
100%.
Yeah.
They're not bringing me members or giving
no.
They're just taking my money.
No, the media team in the CEO's office is going to provide, and then the L1 team in the games are also going to provide stuff too, content that's going to that the media team can then go out and get, and then and then being an affiliate, you get like cool perks, like you get to purchase games tickets first. But other than that, you're part of a fucking club, like you said. You have to pry this name out of my fucking cold dead hands.
Yeah.
God, it seems so simple.
The media team would be the biggest impact, I think, that would help. Because, as far as it comes from me, the only thing that I've ever gotten from being an affiliate other than the name is regionals a few years ago. I got an affiliate, like, owner tent I got to go hang out in one time, a lounge. But aside from that, other than the name bringing people in, headquarters really hasn't affected anything on my gym that I'm aware of.
Yeah.
There could be things I missed, but it would be nice, so I go to work and I hear people once a year when the games are on TV, hey, don't you do that CrossFit thing? Isn't that, but aside from that, no one even knows what CrossFit is. There's no commercials. There's not a big social media presence. There's no YouTube. There's no Instagram really worth anything. And it's like, so we're used to being on our own. We just feel like, it almost feels like Greg made something amazing. He taught it to us. We pay for the name and we've run with it.
Yeah.
On our own for the most part. So,
I like the fact of it too, of it like being on YouTube and social media, as opposed to like some people are like, we need a commercial for the Super Bowl. I'm like, fuck that. I like this kind of whole, even though we're massive, this underground feel to us too. Like, hey, we know we do shit that like all the other people in Starbucks can't do.
Well, and the commercials are dead. Let's be real. Social media is everything.
Yeah.
So that's where everything, because that's all anybody looks at anymore. Social media. I don't watch the news. I just open Facebook. Oh wow, there's a bombing yesterday. Okay, cool. So
I saw on yesterday on Facebook, who's the kid? He used to be a games athlete. He's probably not even a kid anymore. He has a gym in Washington. Cody. He was on this show.
is that Cody Mooney?
No. He's that's a cool dude too, but that's from the Northeast.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. The little guy, gymnastics, but he's strong as hell.
Yeah, the other day I saw he deadlifted 510 pounds on Instagram.
400 clean, and he weighs like 160 pounds or something like that.
Yeah, like that. That's all I want. Yeah. Look at him deadlifting 5. This is all I want to see.
Yeah.
This is it. This is like, fuck you, we CrossFit. Like, here's our guy. Look at him.
Yeah. He's tiny and he's huge.
Yeah.
Like that should be reposted, I would imagine. But
yeah, that's Cody Anderson. Yeah, what a stud.
He was fun to watch. He won the one of the muscle up biathlons or something at the games, and he was always fun to watch.
So there's you like being in the club. It's like, I feel like that's you like being in the club, you like the name. You don't want to see the price raised.
I would prefer not.
Right. And if they did raise, would you be okay if they raised the price but they grandfathered you in?
Yeah, but I don't know. I listen to a lot of stuff from Greg, and the reason why he kept it so low is a reason. He wanted that low barrier to entry, and basically everybody has a chance to play. But I mean, if I'm just worried about myself, I guess, yeah, that's fine. And they have, I believe they have. Didn't the affiliate fees get up to 5,000 or something at one point?
Are they? Sousa's shaking his head no. But there keeps being rumblings. So supposedly they were going to raise him a couple months ago. Oh, Sousa's saying 4,000. He's got 4 up.
Okay. Yeah. And I'm, yeah.
Is that what they are now, Sousa? They're 4,000 if I want to open a gym? They're 3,000. Okay. So there's rumblings of 4,000.
Okay.
And then supposedly because of whatever the mishap was with the Coons, now they've pushed it off till January.
Yeah. That was kind of weird.
Yeah, it really was. That really was weird.
Well, and it's funny, if it wasn't for your show or Hiller, I don't think anybody would have known about it.
Right. Well, they have a new media director that no one knows about?
I see nothing about CrossFit aside from your show and Hiller and Coffee Pods and Wads, and I think that's it. That's all any of my members watch. That's all. That's where we get our media, CrossFit media from.
You understand when Pedro talks?
I do. He's hilarious.
Dude, he's
CrossFit update show this morning, making sure I didn't miss anything.
He's fantastic. You ever think about opening a second gym, David?
No. I think if I ever open something more, it would be another smaller kind of competitor style gym. Yeah, I really like competing, and I like.
Does that even exist? Does that exist?
I don't think so. A lot of the gyms in my area, it's just one big gym. We're very fortunate. We have like a big bay, and then you go through a doorway, and I have another smaller bay. And we generally, the competitors will kind of go over there and do open gym, or I have weightlifters that'll go do their weightlifting over there. But nothing in this area that I know of. But and again, I'm not going to be brute strength, but I'd like to have another like maybe 800 square feet with like 3 of everything, and just have like, hey, if you want to go hard and follow the programming, here's your spot. Because you never want it to take away from your affiliate either. But that's probably what I'd be interested in. Or like a pseudo weightlifting CrossFit gym, so I could push my team there over the summers and stuff.
Have you ever been to IMG, the academy down there?
Only to work a game. And to see the outside, they're like 7 turf fields, and it's amazing.
You mean you went there like as security?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. It was, we had a lacrosse team go play there, so I went and watched and hung out. And they have like a turf practice field, and then their football field, and then their lacrosse main field, and it's an incredible facility. I think you guys have a lot of stuff like that there, though, don't you?
In California?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I went to IMG in Florida once, and it was crazy impressive. I mean, it's basically it's like a fucking national park with a bunch of athletic shit going on there.
Yeah, and the guys, they get there. They had like a 450-pound like guy from Samoan guy who's like 16 and can run like a 4.5 or some crazy thing like that. The athletes they get there are incredible.
Yeah, everyone's been through there from the Kobe's to the Serenas, right?
Yeah.
I wonder how do you know, this is kind of a weird question to ask you, but how do these training camps, like how does Matt Torres make his money?
I have no idea. I would be interested to see. I don't know does he get a cut of what they pull in, or I assume the athletes don't pay him, but I have no idea. I always watch, hoping I'd hear it from you guys.
So let's say he has 10 games athletes and they each pay him $1,000 a month. So that would be that would only be $120,000. Like how that doesn't I don't know how he does that.
Especially where he was living. There's no way. The cost of living there is insane in Naples.
Yeah, he couldn't even, that wouldn't cover the cost of the gym.
I mean, his apartment alone had to have been $3,000-$4,000 a month. Like it's incredible there. I don't know. I wonder if he gets his own sponsors. I don't know. Maybe his Brute has sponsors. I don't know.
Brute brought to you by Philip Morris, and they're like,
yeah. I don't know.
Do you know how they do it, Souza? Do you know how camps do it? So it makes sense, right? What Fraser's doing, right? Because he's selling Podium.
Yeah.
So you run a camp and it's subsidized by.
And he has his memberships for his different levels.
Oh, right. Of course. Yeah. So that's right. So that's all subsidized by, that's even smarter. Yeah. His programming and his supplements.
It's almost a virtual gym for him, basically.
But I'm trying to think. I guess Brute sells programming too, because John Young does their programming.
Oh, okay.
So that must subsidize it too. Yeah. I'm really impressed with Matt Torres. Are you impressed with him?
Yeah, I think it's pretty cool. I'm curious to see what this next step is. You guys probably have some more insight, but from outside looking in, I don't really know who's there.
Honestly, I didn't understand it at all. He says he's rebranding. I didn't even know that you had to brand training. I thought like just people came out, and if they were good, we liked you, and if you sucked, we.
Yeah, my assumption is branding. It means you lost something that was a major part of your company.
Like if you are branding.
If you're rebranding.
Oh, rebranding.
Like if I lost my partner and he took half the gym and I would rebrand with my own, so I don't know. I don't know. I'm not there.
Well, the listeners bought me this,
and
so that I kind of rebranded.
Yeah.
I just branded.
He's got a good bunch of athletes. It definitely matters what happens and who's still there and who's
5 complete weirdos all to the games. Fee Sagafi, Emma Carey, Dallin Pepper, James Sprague, and Danielle Brandon. And then the kid Nate Ackerman. They got just like weirdo Centro down there, and he did it. I mean, James Sprague is a giant. Giants don't go to the games.
Yeah, I actually reached out to him to talk to him a while ago, and he said he would. But yeah,
for your podcast.
Yeah,
he's great. Yeah, get him on. You'll love him. He's dope.
Yeah, I love doing it. We did a couple episodes, and life got kind of crazy. And then he said we'd reach out after the games, but he seems like a good dude, and he was cool. Emma Carey's not there anymore, though, right?
No, she went up to
Mayhem, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like she went with her boss too, her coach.
Yeah, maybe that's part of the rebrand. I don't know.
Tell me about your podcast.
It's just I started it. Initially, I was going to start it to kind of introduce all the coaches and locally. It was like meant for like a local deal and for my gym only. And I had a few members come on, and it was like, I'm fortunate. One of my members is a Hall of Famer for softball at Mississippi State, so I got to talk to her about her story. Another one of my members is from Venezuela and like escaped Venezuela and came and had a really cool story, and she's been kidnapped and basically walked on the UCS campus just trying to, that's her. She walked on UCS campus, said, I want to go to UCF. I'm from Venezuela. I had a master's degree there. I was an engineer. I want to start here. And she met a professor who sponsored her, and now she's an engineer here. It's just an incredible story.
Holy shit, dude.
Her dad was kidnapped. She was kidnapped, held for ransom. Just incredible stories. And so I was just fortunate to get to talk to them. And then, but yeah, that's an incredible human. That story was cool.
Are you going to keep doing it? It's a lot of work.
Yeah, that's the goal. It's not
a lot of work. It's just it's just a significant amount of time
I love to talk to people. And getting who some of my coaches were a little scared to get on and do it. So my original plan with them kind of fell through. But I had some few people lined up I was going to talk to, and work got really crazy. No excuses. got laryngitis, got all this other BS, but I'm going to get back on it. I really enjoy it. I just like to talk to people, show people their story. Nobody would know about her if I couldn't talk to her, and 1,000 people or whatever saw it on YouTube. So I thought that was kind of cool, but I dig it.
And hey, that's one of those things. Really, that got 1,000 views.
I think it got more than that, actually. It did.
Imagine the inspiration she is to Venezuelan people who saw it.
Oh man, and it's funny because after she came on, a few of them reached out and thanked me, and they basically all have the same similar stories, and it's wild. Like, if you ever want to talk to us, I'm like, absolutely, absolutely. So it's been cool. It's good. I'm gonna keep going. And my co-owner is the one that talked me into doing it. He's like, you should do a podcast. I was like, you're crazy. So yeah.
I had Jolie Gentry on here, and then one of my friends who's a local cop was telling me that that's basically the job of being a cop that no one ever talks about. You really, it's all talking. It's all getting to know people. That's like the foundation of the job.
Well, it saves your life.
Explain.
Oh, I mean, especially working in a jail, I've had a bunch of situations where I had to talk my way out of situations where you end up and there's 5 people there that might not like you much, and you can fight your way out or talk your way out, and talking's the safest way. And going to domestics and going to, the crazy stuff you hear about, and you talk them down and get them hugging each other by the end of it, or at least get them in the handcuffs safely. So, but there's nothing more important at all. Be physically ready, but if you can't talk, you're not going to make it.
Are there any stories in the jail that you could share where you were in a weird position?
In 5 years, have me back on.
Okay, perfect.
I'll write a book.
Jail's a horrible place, huh?
To be in?
Yeah.
I can't think of anything I would want less.
Yeah.
And these days you can't get away with it being a bad conditions. It's a wonderful conditions, and they take care of them and they're fed. But just being in jail, I couldn't imagine.
I don't know, man. I've seen some videos of like these jails in Florida.
Yeah.
Where there's like 100 dudes in one room.
Well, yeah, that's jail. It's a big open like living room.
It looks so scary.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Like your head would always be on a swivel.
100%. Yeah, and everybody has their role there. So you find your role and you hope it's good.
Wad Zombie, I can almost guess how she votes in our elections after seeing how Venezuela is. Yeah, bring in the Venezuelans, please.
Every person I've ever met from there is very in line with us. So, I mean, they even talked about they started tearing down their statues. And their memorials and their history was one of the levels that they did. And then when we started doing that a couple of years ago, I was like, oh wow.
It's crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you read about it, and I'm sure you have, it's scary. It's almost like we need to read their history to make sure we don't end up in the same way.
Dude, you know what I was tripping on the other day? This is way off subject, but there are 464 million Arabs.
Really?
There's 1.8 million Muslims. There's 15 million Jews.
Oh wow.
Leave them the fuck alone.
Yeah. Oh, all the stuff going on over there right now.
Leave them the fuck alone. Just leave. There's probably only 6 million in that country. Leave them fucking alone.
Yeah.
There's 2 billion of you combined between the Muslims and the Arabs. Leave them there's 15 million.
Yeah.
That's how many Mormons there are.
Yeah.
Like, leave them fucking alone.
It's crazy. It's hard to understand really what's going over there. There's so many things from different sides, and there's evil.
Yeah.
In my simpleton mind, I'm like, can we just pull back and like shore up our country?
Oh, that too. We need to do. Yeah.
So
can we pull the aircraft carrier into the Gulf of Mexico?
Yeah. I keep seeing the just different
fire on the border.
Yeah, there's like naval, different companies and aircraft carriers and soldiers and Marines and landing over there. I'm like, hey guys, can you guys hit Texas first? So it's you know, what could happen here.
David, your cute ass will do fine in jail 7. All right, thank you. I appreciate you having I appreciate you having my back.
Running the show in there. You'd have a poker game in your cell.
Good. Something. I need to do something to keep me busy.
Yeah.
So no second gym. Really focused on this one. What about pursuing a more like a level 3 or level 4 interest you at all?
Yeah, absolutely.
And how come? Why? Like, whenever I hear about it, I'm like, why would anyone want to do that? Isn't it enough? Like, you love coaching, you're good at what you do.
Yeah. I mean, it might be as simple as like if you're doing jujitsu, right? Do you just stop at blue belt or you try for the next one?
Right. Okay.
I keep it very simple in my head. Both my coach and I, or owner and I, we're both L2s, and we're like, why do we keep renewing this? Let's just try to take the test, you know. So we'll give it a shot.
Am I too far from my mic, Souza? Are you signaling me? No. Oh, you're coughing. Okay. Hey, what would you say to someone who wants to open a gym?
Good luck, and if you don't have passion, don't. If it's strictly financial and you think it's just gonna be you want to do it to make a living, you're gonna make money, and it's a business decision, don't.
Do you think what percentage of gyms do you think make money? You think half of them make money?
I wouldn't guess that. I know there's some huge gyms and major backing and had a big head start, but I don't think if you start from the ground up, I mean, I think 5 years is a good spot to where you're making some good money, hopefully. And if not, it depends how you push, but you have to have the passion.
What would you do if you and Patrick wanted to start making money? Is the only option to get more members?
Probably, yeah. Yeah, and we're getting close to filling here too. We'd probably have to get a bigger place. But in our area, the real estate boom is insane. So for us to get a bigger place, we'd have to bring someone in, get some financial backing, and we're just not interested in that. We love our community, what we have.
And when you say there's a boom, is that California? Why is that all the Californians are coming?
I don't know what the heck it is, but it's getting expensive. Yeah, so we bought our townhome 4 years ago, and it was $200,000, and it just appraised for $360,000.
So it's doubled.
Yeah, more. Yeah, or yeah, a little over. Yeah, it's bad. It's a lot.
Yeah, that's crazy. Well, you're stoked, right? That's good.
Yeah, but what good does it do? You know, if I want to upgrade my house and get my family into some property, I could sell it, but I can't afford where I want to move. So, an apartment, $2,000-$3,000 a month.
Right. So everything went up.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out. Do you think that the people did you ever meet Greg?
No, I haven't.
You never met him?
No.
Have you ever met any of the new leadership?
No, I haven't. No, nobody comes down here.
Yeah, too far away.
Yeah, nah, nobody gets over here. No.
Matt Schindeldecker says 80% of the CrossFit affiliates profit less than $30,000 a year.
I could see that.
What's his name? I'm really excited. On November 13th, Chris Cooper's coming on. Do you know who that is? The Two Brain business guy.
Yeah, he's a rock star.
Yeah. Do you ever use any of his services?
I haven't. We've kind of just done it our way, but definitely something we look into. We pride ourselves in kind of doing it our way. I don't know if that's stubborn or stupid, but that's just kind of how we've done it. Our members need to have what they need, and we're happy with what we have. So it's when I retire, maybe we'll make a big push for that. But I love the community we have, and I love what we have. I like coming here in the morning. I get up at 3:45. I'm here at 4:15. I work out for 2 hours, coach, go to school, go home.
You don't drink?
No. Me and my wife, if we go out, or once every 6 months we get to go out, we might have a drink here or there, but generally not. It doesn't pay dividends at 4:00 in the morning when you're trying to barbell.
Yeah, I don't think anyone who gets up at 4 drinks.
No.
Yeah, crazy. Or probably who's working 3 jobs.
Yeah. No, you can. I just don't. I mean, you never would recover.
In 2008, 2009, the CrossFit thing really exploded, and the economy was in a fucking really bad spot. And so I always thought that some of the reasons why is that people weren't working. They got to pursue their dreams as maybe being a trainer. They took their L1. There was a lot of fucking commercial property available for people to move into places, all that stuff, right? It was just a colliding of perfect scenarios for CrossFit to explode. And we're kind of in that situation now where society's kind of in upheaval and there's all this economic turmoil, but I don't ever remember inflation being like this. And
2008, I guess, was the last time, right?
I don't even remember it.
2006, at least in Florida, the housing market crashed and we had like a 60% short sale rate or foreclosure rate here.
But do you remember inflation? Do you remember ever food or items like skyrocketing in price like this?
Oh, no, other than gas, but that doesn't count. You know how the gas is. But yeah, no, I
Right.
don't. It's incredible. Our food bill went from $200 to $500 a month. It's
Yours did. Okay. Yeah.
Sorry, weekly. Yeah, it's incredible.
So I keep wondering what's going to happen to CrossFit. Like, is it going to flourish during this, like it did in 2008 or 9, or is something different now and it's not going to flourish?
I think it'll survive.
Yeah.
Like I can't foresee a time where we're not going to have CrossFit as part of our society. I don't know part it'll play. I don't know if it'll be like an American Ninja Warrior niche market or what, but I don't see it going away.
What about this? I think of CrossFit as and these are my words. These aren't Greg's words. I've asked him about this before, and I don't think he saw it this way. But I think of it as a libertarian, personal accountability, personal responsibility lifestyle movement, meaning it brings people together who have certain values regarding personal responsibility and personal accountability, and that this lifestyle is ideal for that, right?
Yeah.
And I don't think that I don't think it lives in any other way because it's so hard.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't think dipshits pick it up, right? And so
No.
you can't sell it to dipshits. Like you can sell cigarettes to dipshits.
Yeah.
Like all day long, right? And just fucking make a killing. You can't sell CrossFit to dipshits. And so, but I don't think the owners know that. So part of me thinks that they have to, like, this is gonna sound fucking nuts here. I think they have to give it back to Greg. I think maybe they have to pay him to take it back.
Would he?
Like, hey, here's $50 million. Please take it from us. Your fucking wife's crazy. Here. Sorry we fucked your wife. Here, you can have her back. I don't want her back. I'll give you $50 million. Okay, I'll take her back.
I mean,
it feels like that. I mean, like they got a problem on their hand. It's not this Andrew Hillard guy's not helping. He's fucking like every time they try to pull their skirt down over their feet, he lifts their skirt up and ties it up over their head. Like, look, it's got a dick.
That's accountability, I guess, right? He's holding.
Yeah, they weren't prepared for the community. They weren't prepared for any of this.
No,
I don't know how anyone could be. Right?
Yeah, it's
unless they just want to cut. Unless I guess there is another way you could turn this thing into curves, but you'd have to cut off like a fucking. You'd have to cut off the head of the snake.
You would lose everybody, I think.
Yeah, I think so too.
It's in
do you see what I'm saying, or do you think I'm crazy? I think we have like a situation on our hands. I don't think it's bad. I think it's fun. I mean, from my perspective, it's fun to watch. But I think we got a problem on our hands, like not a problem, a situation, escalating situation.
Both ways, like 90% of my member base never had done CrossFit before they walked in the door. They didn't come for CrossFit. They came because, oh, you can get fit here and look good in your bathing suit.
Yeah. So,
I don't rely a lot, like you said, on headquarters or on the games page or CrossFit's Instagram page. We rely nothing on that. I've never had anybody go, oh, maybe 5 or 6 people. Oh, I Googled CrossFit and found you. It was just, I looked for a gym and you popped up on social media or it was in one of the city affiliate, Facebook pages, and they were asking, well, I need to find a good gym, and people spoke up about it. But it's also, it's like a sport for adults.
Yeah.
So a lot of our members all played sports, and they're very competitive people. And what else can you be competitive in? Because, beer league soccer, beer league basketball, or softball only fulfills so much.
Right.
You can here and be the main attraction on a local competition. We have one going on now that's in the same place the semifinals was in Orange County in Orlando. It's what else can offer that. So I guess there's both sides. There's the fitness and healthy, and then there's athletes that want to still have that go.
But those people end up falling into, those are the people who come into it at 34. Like you're at that age now. You're at that age where people around you are going to start getting type 2 diabetes and they're going to start dying and shit. And you're going to be like, oh, like it took, even though I heard it every day, it wasn't until I'm 50, like, oh, fuck, this really is like, this isn't the games. This is the cure for the world's most vexing problem. Now I get it. It is also the games, and God bless those 25-year-old kids who are crushing it. But at some point, that 25-year-old kid's going to be a 35-year-old kid, and his dad's going to come down with type 2 diabetes, and he's going to be like, oh shit.
Yeah.
I think I heard Coach Attaway say that this thing can also cure type 2 diabetes.
Yeah.
And they're going to, you know what I mean? It's this.
Yeah. And it's crazy how you don't have to, like you said with the alcohol thing, you don't have to push, don't drink alcohol. You just do CrossFit.
Right. And you don't want to do, yeah.
You're not going to want to.
Right. Yeah. I smoked when I came to CrossFit, and I love smoking, but it literally came down to like, hey, this isn't, like, I have to choose one. These aren't compatible.
Yeah. No.
My ex and my current girlfriend can't be together. I got to pick one.
Yeah. So it just does everything. What Greg made was incredible. And I mean, I would love nothing more than him to be back. But I mean, you know him better than I do. I can't imagine that would ever happen. It's like,
well, he sure as fuck ain't going to pay for it.
No.
And I don't know. I can't imagine them giving it back. But at some point, like, they kind of, I get this feeling that part of HQ is just like an ostrich. It just wants to put its head in the ground and act like it's not going on, but it's going on.
Well,
the revolution, there's something going on. And I feel it more than ever now. And it's like, oh shit, something's happening in the community.
I don't want to feel like an investment opportunity either. Like,
say that again.
None of us want to feel like we're just this investment opportunity.
Right.
Right.
Oh, the new guy. Yeah. And there is, they're doubling down on the rhetoric. But here's the thing, though. Even if they let's say they convinced all of you guys that, hey, this is just about selling supplements and bringing money-making opportunities, then you're going to accidentally kill it.
Yeah.
That's why, like, even if they convince you that they were right, then they're going to have killed. I suspect. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I have too much faith in humanity, but I suspect then they're going to kill it. It's like I'm just trying to think, like, when you add too much of something, you ever put like too much dressing on the salad and you fucked up your salad? It's not a salad anymore.
Or cook your steak too long, or
then it's charcoal. Yeah, you fucked it up.
Yeah,
it's not what it was. It's not even a steak.
Nope. No. I'm in my little town here, hoping it all just stays the same.
Yeah, well, that's what's kind of cool about you. Your gym's off the grid.
Yeah, very much. We're
self-sustained. You and your. I almost feel bad reading Tom's comment, because basically what you're doing is you're subsidizing health and fitness for your community. God, dude, you're an amazing cop. What a good cop you are.
Trying to be. Just trying to survive.
Yeah, what a good human being you are.
That's the goal. And incredible people around me. So,
you ever seen anyone lose 100 pounds at your gym?
No. I haven't. Honestly, in the 10 years we've been doing this, we haven't had any morbidly obese folks come in. But I mean, I've seen people come in looking like they go to soccer games, and now they look like Xena Warrior Princess. You know.
Wow. Yeah.
Lots of that. And be able to do things that they never did. They were stepping up on an irrigation box at 12 inches, and now they're jumping on a 30-inch box.
Yeah. You seen anyone quit drinking soda? Like,
yes.
Like been like, dude, I can't fucking believe. Like, yeah. I just don't drink soda anymore.
Yourself as well.
Yeah, yourself as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's more of like the things they could do. Like, again, we're not games athletes, but I would say 25% of our members can do a muscle up, with 30%, maybe even higher, a ring muscle up, which I think is pretty cool. You know, you go to a lot of gyms and there's 5 or 6, maybe 7. But it's just, as long as they're getting something out of it every day, you know, work a little harder, push a little harder.
David Weed, guys, find yourself someone that loves you as much as Sevan loves cops. Yeah, they call me what are they? A cop bunny? Police bunny?
You call us enough, don't you?
Yeah, all the time. All the time. Yes, there's trash in front of my house. It's completely unacceptable. What I was going to ask you about something yesterday about someone calling the cops and someone.
I got a funny story about one ridiculousness.
Tell me.
We had a lady call. It was one of my last nights, and she called and said someone is harassing her, and they put a dead fish in her driveway.
Wow.
So I walk up and I look at the dead fish, and it's got 4 big holes in it. And I hear a bird over my head, and I look up, and there's an osprey carrying a fish from the water over.
Oh.
And I said, "Ma'am, I think that's what did it." And she goes, "Nope, that's a different fish." Like I'm thinking he just dropped this one, and now he's got that one, and insistent on a report, and I'll never forget that. I'm like,
no shit.
yeah. Lots of fun stories like that.
Could you just take her in for being on meth at that point?
No, I just think she looked out of the blinds a lot, peeked.
Yeah.
So took a report for her and said, we'll take care of it, and moved on. But it was the most fun. What are the odds? You look up and there's another one carrying another fish.
Yeah. Perfect timing. Crazy. And with the 4 holes in it.
Yeah.
Have you already worked out today?
Yes.
Damn.
Yeah. I work out. I try to do every day, Monday through Saturday at 4 a.m. And then Sundays I'll work out at 2 when I have a couple clients come in.
Awesome. Well, I really appreciate you coming on. It's long overdue. You're a great dude. That was easy peasy.
I appreciate you having me on.
CrossFit Oviedo in the city of Oviedo. David, thanks, man, brother. And obviously stay in touch. We text. I feel like we just furthered the friendship. I appreciate you.
Anytime. Thank you so much for having me on.
All right, dude. And tell Patrick thank you also.
I will. Thank you.
All right. Ciao. An abrupt ending to the affiliate series this Saturday, as I must take Avi to tennis.
Oh yeah, you're almost late for that.
I was picturing that guy. I was picturing some guy at a pickleball court. Excuse me, miss, your shirt is way too small. I wish I was friends with Danny so I could hear that story. I want to see what she was wearing when she got kicked out of the pickleball place. Damn.
Dude, I can't even fucking talk.
You look good. Your color looks good. You look good.
Really? I don't even have the light on, or like, this is just going through my computer mic right now.
No, you look good. Hey, I have this show that I want to do that's just fucking war.
What do you mean?
I'm like just a fool, like the state of Oregon is going to make it so you don't have to fucking pass basic literacy competency tests for the next 5 years to graduate from high school. That's just fucking all out war on, and because of black people. That's just an all out war on black people. That's basically the government telling black people we're not going to require that you read to be able to graduate from high school. They're like, it's like just a war from fucking the liberals on black people. And I got like 100 things like that I want to talk about. It's just I don't understand how anyone thinks that that's okay.
It's fucking, we live in clown world, dude.
Oh my God.
Shit's nuts.
I wanted to do the Million Man fucking black man march on fucking Portland.
Portland's gone. Portland, Seattle are gone. We should just write that off. Just let it burn. Let it have it.
The fuck are they doing?
And you and I should just move to a different state.
They straight up say it's because of fucking colored people. That's what they say. That's the word.
Yeah, because you can't attack it. It's all about the packaging. Think about every bill that comes out that the politics do. They probably spend more time packaging it in a word salad that you can't question. Even if you're just trying to figure out what it is, right? I mean, think about like the one that comes to mind is like the "Don't Say Gay" bill, or like, are you pro-choice or are you pro-life?
Yeah,
right? Like you package
Portland's
it in
crazy racist.
You package it in a way that it can't even be questioned, because if you the simple fact of you saying, "Hey, like, what is this? Like, who benefits from this, and why are we doing this?" Oh, you're racist. What? Why would you say that?
They're the fucking racists. They're the fucking racists.
Of course.
You're it's like fucking throwing a black man off a cliff and then saying, well, we did it because the lions were coming. We're saving him from the lions, but we threw him off the cliff. Okay, I have to go. But I'm ready to fucking I'm ready to fucking on the show. Okay, I love you. Get healthy. Everyone, talk to you maybe later today if Sousa can do a show. Can't do a show. Bye.